Welcome to the Zick Playbook, a series where we explore what drives players of all skill levels to the court, how they're improving their game, and what is helping them stay competitive. From tips and tricks to personal journeys, we're here to inspire, connect, and showcase the diverse community of pickleball. Welcome to the Zick Playbook, where every player has a story worth sharing. Our first guest for the series is none other than the newly signed Zick Pro athlete, Garrison Eaby. At just 20 years old, hailing from Dover, Delaware, USA, Garrison has already made waves in the pickleball world. He claimed gold in men's 5.0 singles at the APP events in Chicago earlier this year and secured second place at the 2024 Collegiate Individual Championships. Garrison, welcome.
Thank you, Wes. Appreciate you having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into pickleball?
Yeah, so the first time I really played an actual game of pickleball was about a year and 6 months ago. I would play at my local recreation center with a couple of my friends, and we would not play by any of the rules. We could play like you could pass it. We would just be having fun, and then we played for about 2 months, and then didn't really think much of it ever again. But once I got back home from college over my sophomore year summer, we just started playing a lot more, and I started taking it super seriously. And then when I got back to college my junior year, it just all took off from there. Quit soccer and just started playing pickle full time.
So you've already had some impressive results this year, like winning gold at the APP events in Chicago men's singles for the 5.0 division. How did that feel?
It felt pretty good. I mean, it was kind of like a second time in partnership there, and I think we went undefeated in that tournament, and it was just nice compared to a year ago when I played 4-0 doubles in New Jersey APP and got like last place. So it's just nice to visualize the improvement as time goes on.
Yeah, that's a great improvement. So do you have any favorite drill or training exercises that really helps you improve your game?
Yeah, so I actually have I'll go one for singles and one for doubles. So for singles, I like this drill. I like to just call it like a drive drop drill. So one person will be at the baseline, the other person will be up at the kitchen, and the person at the kitchen will feed the person at the baseline a ball, and you'll drive it straight on to them, and then they will hit a volley cross court, which you have to then get to and then drop it back across to them. And then you just keep repeating the cycle until you either miss a shot or whatever. I just think it's really good for lateral movement and speed, and just also working on switching between paces, like hitting a fastball and then getting to a drop, just staying in the point. And then for doubles, I honestly just like the just normal kitchen, like playing points out to 11, where both people are at the kitchen, and you will just play out a point to 11. Ernies are allowed, ATPs are allowed, and it just incentivizes a lot of hands battles and aggressive dinking, which I like to work on. So
when you're not on the court, what do you like to do for fun?
So that changes all the time, and fun is something relative for me, because while I do enjoy the things outside I do outside of pickle, I get very competitive in everything that I do. So whether that be like something like video games, or like as of right now, it's poker. I'll play a lot of poker with my friends at school. I study that a lot. That gets really fun. And then I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend. So I spend a lot of time there, a lot of time at school doing work. And when I have free time, when I'm not training, I'll be probably playing some poker with my friends. So,
and how's the poker going? You saving up some money, or?
Yeah, poker goes well. I study a lot, so when I play with people here who are just more recreational, I get to take a little bit off them.
It's a bit of a mind game, isn't it? Poker.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Bluffing. Yeah.
Got patience too. Same thing in pickle.
Yeah, that's it. So now let's talk paddles. How does the Zick Pyrogen feel in your hands?
Amazing. So I was with the paddles I was using before when I was in other contracts. I like it was things I just felt like I had to use, to stay in the contract. But with the Pyrogen, like I tell people this all the time. It's a paddle that I actually enjoy using. And like the reason for that is, first off, it's a 60 millimeter core that has great pop as well as control, which not a lot of paddles do. And then the surface texture is not very common to find nowadays. Like the spin is great, and I just feel like it lasts for a longer time than most other paddles. They do really well for me.
So do you have any game day rituals or routines that you swear by before a big match?
Yeah, so for me, my biggest thing is sleep and carb loading the night before. So for me, I always want to make sure I'm like getting to bed around like at least 10 o'clock the day before like a big event. And I'm also want to make sure I'm eating just like something like carb loading, like something like pasta with like meat sauce or something. So I'm just have a lot of energy for the next day. Another I'd say ritual is I always just put on a new overgrip before I play, just because like I have a tendency to harp on external factors when I start to mess up in games. So that allows me to just stay focused on what I'm doing and just stay locked in.
Cool. So you're still young and you're already doing so well. What are your goals for the next few years in pickleball?
So I like that topic. Goals. So by the end of this year, I'd say my goal is to make my first singles main draw. And for 2025, I want to make my first doubles main draw. And then by the time of 2026, I want to be consistently making main draws for both APP and PPA.
So if you could challenge any athlete, pickleball or otherwise, to a match, who would it be and why?
Am I playing them in pickleball? Or in their sport?
Well, any athlete who is in pickleball or not, but yes, it has to be a pickleball match.
Okay. That's a good question. I'd want to see how someone like Mbappé would do in pickleball. So I'd probably have to say one of those big soccer guys for sure.
Oh man, yeah, they're definitely athletes. It'll be interesting to see their coordination with a racket in their hand. I mean, yours is very good. Just see if theirs transfers over as well. That's a good one.
Probably just be straight speed. I don't know how the racket coordination would be, but they'd be fast.
Sure. And lastly, what advice would you give to young athletes who want to follow you in your footsteps and pursue pickleball at a high level?
I mean, it's pretty generic, but the most important thing I say to do is just, if you really want it, to not quit. Because like I know a lot of people who aren't consistent. They'll take like a lot of days off and they'll just stop playing for long periods of time. And I mean, myself and other people that I train with that are really good, it's like the biggest thing that they all do is just day in and day out. Like they just keep the repetitions going. Like they just keep on training every single day and they stay consistent when other people get lazy. So that's how you catch up.
Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you, Garrison. And all the best for the rest of the year. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Zick Playbook. We hope you enjoyed getting to know our guest and gain some valuable insights into the game of pickleball. Whether you're here for tips, inspiration, or just the love of the sport, we're thrilled to have you here as part of our community. Catch you next time.